What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel. Welcome back to the NCAA 2K20 Ohio State Buckeyes series here on the channel. If you guys missed the last episode, we played North Carolina in the Dean Dome, and we absolutely smashed them. We slapped them around, and we beat them 64-48 as we are on a 3-game win streak. 27-5 is our record. This team is hot. It is spicy. And we are punching our ticket to the tournament, to the big dance. And this is the final game, the final play game of the regular season, because in the next episode will be tournament time. The Sweet 16 is where we'll start. We'll get to see who we play. But let's get right into the Buckeyes and the Tigers. If you guys are super hyped for the next episode and this episode, but mostly the next episode when we get into the tournament, the Big Ten, not the Big Ten tournament, the NCAA tournament, because that's what everybody's really matters. The regular season doesn't really matter that much. It's all about the NCAA tournament, the big dance. And the Buckeyes are finally in it. We better polish our dancing shoes because Chris Holtman's got this team playing fantastic. And the Tigers are just another bump in the road that we got to jump over. Marcus Howard has dominated this season along with Miles Powell, Andre Wesson, Caleb Wesson, TJ Holyfield, DJ Carton. Everybody on this team has played well. And we get the ball to start the game. Miles Powell with the first drive of the game is a layup with pressure. And he sinks it. The Buckeyes lead early. Smart takes it up the court for the first time for LSU. He tries to drive in on Powell. Powell with pressure. He gets by his man, lays it up. Good contested shot, but it's a lay-in. Wait, let me check real quick. Who is that man, Mutombo? That better not be legendary Dikembe Mutombo. Can I get to matchups here? Who is this man? Okay, it's Bretner Mutombo. Just got a little worried there that they somehow got Mutombo in the game. You never know with 2K. Marcus Howard now up the court. Finds Caleb Wesson. Wesson known for his jumper. Oh, it's in and out. Scott with the rebound. Watford takes it up the court for LSU. And they find Mutombo down the middle of the paint. Wide open. Slams it home. 4-2 LSU lead early in this game. And Marcus Howard taking it himself. Get your hands off this man. He is a national treasure here in Columbus. The Schottenstein Center has been waiting all day to see Marcus Howard. Lander gives it to Scott. Back to Lander, guarded by Howard. They find Smart. Smart has open three, but he doesn't take it. He chooses to take a jumper, and it's a miss. But Mutombo with the rebound. Miles Powell reach in and fouls him. He will shoot two. Mutombo with his first. He's only a 47% field shooter from the field, so he hits both his free throws. Puts the Tigers back up by 2. A deep inbound. Marcus Howard trying to get around his man. He's guarded by Lander. Throws it down low. And look at the rebound from TJ Holyfield. He is a monster down low in the paint. And he gets another rebound, but he still can't put it back up. There was a lot of pressure on him. And now Smart has it, guarded by Powell, gives it to Lander. Trying to reset the offense, and Marcus Howard's called for the reach-in, his first personal of the night. LSU will inbound it. Mutombo is the one to do it. Gives it to Watford, guarded by Andre Wesson. He gets around Wesson, puts it up, but too much on it. Marcus Howard with the rebound. He pushes up the court now to Miles Powell, who finds TJ Holyfield from the Big Ten logo, and it's good. TJ Holyfield ties the game back up at 6. With 3:59 to go in the first quarter. Lander up the court now for Tigers. And Marcus Howard steals the ball, takes it up the court in transition, lays it in, and it's good. The Buckeyes have the lead back. Good defense from Marcus Howard. He's been known to do that many a times in this game, in this season. Lander has it again, trying to keep that ball away from Howard this time. Gives it to Smart. He fakes the three. He must not be a very confident three-point shooter. He's had 2 now open shots. He drives down low, gives it to Mutombo, the smart option, but it's an offensive 3-second violation by Mutombo, and the Buckeyes get the ball back. Andre Wesson inbounds it to Howard. He takes up the court, guarded by Lander. The double team gives it to Wesson. Watford on him. Has to pick up his dribble, gives it to Miles Powell. Powell drives in, smart on him. Mutombo guarding Caleb Wesson. Wesson almost had it, and he lost the ball. Lander has it now in transition for the Tigers, and he takes it with pressure by Andre Wesson, lays it in. It's a tie game. First quarter, 3 minutes to go. Marcus Howard to Caleb Wesson. Easy money. No! Howard with the rebound of Caleb Wesson gives it to TJ Holyfield, and Holyfield misses as well. This Buckeye team struggling a little bit offensively. Smart gives it to Wofford in the corner for 3. He fakes it, gets around Andre Wesson. Tries to box him up. Takes the jumper. Scott with the rebound gives it back to Wofford behind the three-point line. To Mutombo, to Lander, guarded by Holyfield. This is a good matchup for Lander. Finds Smart, guarded by Powell. And Wofford takes a 3. It's good. He drains it. 3-pointer for Watford, and the Tigers are up 11-8. But Marcus Howard, trying to get the Buckeyes back into it, gives it to Caleb Wesson, to Howard, to Powell. Powell has enough space to take that shot. No good. TJ Holyfield, the rebound in the putback. It's good. Great offensive rebound for TJ Holyfield. He is a team player if I've ever seen one. Now Smart will take it up the court for the Tigers, gives it to Lander. Guarded deep by Marcus Howard, gets by Howard, and Miles Powell comes in to close it down, and he gets the shooting foul. He will shoot the and one. 13-10 is the score before the free throw. He gets it, and it's up and good. 3-point play for the Tigers. 14-10 is the score. 1:43 to go. Howard tries to get it down low to Diakate. Smart intercepts it. Gets it to Lander. Mental mistake from Marcus Howard there. Mutombo now has it at the top of the key. Guarded by Diakate. Tries to find Lander. No. Now he finds Lander. Gives him enough separation. He takes the 3. Andre Wesson with the rebound. Up to Diakate. To Marcus Howard. Has enough space to lay it in. Marcus Howard is too quick. He's lightning quick on that offense, on that fast break. And now Lander, full court pressure from Marcus Howard like always. That's the Chris Holtman team right there. They always put full court pressure on their opponents. And Lander has a nice dribble move, but Williams with the putback slam in midair. Very impressive. This Tigers team is not to be slept on. Diakate now gets it from Marcus Howard and drains it. It's still a 2-point game though. Lander has not come out yet. He must be their Iron Man. Watford has it at the 3-point line. Utilizes the screen from Mutombo. Tries a couple dribble moves. Gets it around. Gets the shot up, but Diakate with the rebound. He had enough pressure on him. And now Andre Wesson gives it to Marcus Howard, who takes the shot. Guarded by Mutombo. I don't know how he didn't block that, but he does get the rebound nonetheless. And now Smart has it. Smart takes it up. Wesson causes enough. He pressures him enough to cause the miss. And now Marcus Howard gives it to Miles Powell, who loses it down low in the paint. Smart has it now in transition. Can he do anything with it? Gives it to Williams. Williams takes the shot, and it's in. With 3 seconds to go. They get the shot off before halftime. Oh, it's in and out from Miles Powell. It's a 4-point LSU lead after 1. This Buckeye team has started off slow, but we know that they can come back. LSU to inbound it to start the second quarter. Lander takes it from Watford. And now that full court pressure from DJ Carton. He tries to get in there. Carton has been known to steal the basketball on occasion. On this time, he gets a reach-in foul, his first personal of the night. Mutombo will inbound it to Watford. In the corner. And he just runs out of bounds. Musa Jallo on the defense there for him. and just runs right out of bounds. I'll take it. Now Musa Jallow inbounds it to DJ Carton, the young sophomore. Trying a couple dribble moves on Lander, not going to work on him. Mutombo guarding Diakate. Out to Musa Jallow, gets around his man a little bit, had a little bit of space, couldn't create enough though. It's poked away, no, gets it. Alonzo Gaffney gets it back. Musa Jallow tries to take the shot from the free throw line, no good, too much on it. And now Wofford, guarded by Miles Powell, puts it up on a high arc off the backboard and in. 20-14, LSU leads. Early in the second quarter, DJ Carton now down to Diakate, trying to drive in. No! Ooh, a high pass, but Miles Powell able to corral it in. See if he can create some separation here. Gives it to DJ Carton. Carton draws the double team. Miles Powell wide open, drains it. Miles Powell brings the Buckeyes within 3. DJ Carton drew the double team down low, feeds it back to Powell, and he sinks an easy 3. And now LSU Tigers will inbound it once again. Smart takes it up the court, guarded by Wendell Moore Jr. at the half-court line. Smart driving in, taking it himself. No, he gives it to Scott now, guarded by Diakate. He gets by Diakate and drains the dunk. One-handed slam for Smart. Now up the court now for the Buckeyes is DJ Carton. He gets by his man, lays it in. DJ Carton. Keeping the Buckeyes within shouting distance of the Tigers. Guarding Lander. Lander has space. Didn't decide to take it all the way. Gives it to Williams. Guarded by Alonzo Gaffney. Throws it down low in the paint to Scott. Trying to post up his man. He spins around. Gets it. And it's blocked by the rim. And DJ Carton gets it now. Pushes up the court to Gaffney. Gaffney picks up his dribble. Gives it to Carton. Carton fakes the shot to Wendell Moore Jr. The lengthy Wendell Moore Jr. DJ Carton down low in the paint to Gaffney. Gaffney with the hook, and it's good. Alonzo Gaffney getting creative now. Lander off the inbound, takes it up the court, guarded by DJ Carton. And Carton trying to get that steal. Lander with the pass to Smart. Smart uses the screen from Scott, takes the shot, no good. Alonzo Gaffney with the rebound, push up the court now for the Buckeyes. Wendell Moore Jr. has at the Big Ten logo, tries to get around his man. He lays it off the backboard and in. Wendell Moore Jr. gives the Buckeyes the lead with 3:23 to go in the first half. Lander has it, driving it up the court now. The Schottenstein Center is bumping right now for this defense. Watford has it off the pass from Lander. Uses the screen from Scott, and he drains the deep 2. Great shot from Watford. DJ Carton has it now for the Buckeyes. Trying to get around his man Lander. Using a couple dribble moves. Decides to go down low to Wendell Moore Jr., but it is blocked and out of bounds. Carton gets the inbound from Gaffney, and he decides to take it himself, and it's no good, but he will shoot 2. Lander with his first personal of the night. Carton's first free throw is good. He's a very good free throw shooter on the season. He's improved from last season, that's for sure. And now Lander off the inbound. Carton with the full court pressure. And he gives it to Smart. And that is an illegal screen from Williams. The Buckeyes get the ball off the turnover. Diakate inbounds it now to DJ Carton, who's got 4 points and 2 assists in the quarter. Trying to dribble around his man. Gives it down low to Diakate. He drives in the paint, puts it up. Rebound, Gaffney. Gaffney puts the putback in. It's good for Alonzo Gaffney. 3-point Buckeye lead. Late in the first half, Watford has it now. And it's poked away by Musa Jallow. Musa Jallow in transition. Lays it off the backboard and in for the Buckeyes. 5-point lead. Musa Jallow with those sticky fingers grabbing that ball. And Lander, it's blocked by Diakate. Lander tried to get cute with it. And Wendell Moore Jr. puts it up in transition. The Buckeyes starting to pull away. 31-24. A couple of mistakes from the Tigers, and they are forced to call a timeout here, trying to get everything back on track. They were sticking with us, but those couple of turnovers allowed us to push away a little bit. 92% free throw shooter since the All-Star break. That's fantastic. Williams inbounds it to Watford. Watford to Scott at the three-point line. He's not going to take that shot, but Lander will. Lander for three. It's good. Easy money for Lander. 27-31 is the score. Buckeyes lead late in the first half. Marcus Howard trying to get around him. He does get around him, and he tries to draw a foul, but it doesn't matter because he got the shot to go. Marcus Howard dominating. Smart takes it up the court, guarded by Moore Jr., and Moore Jr. pokes it away. He gets possession. Moore Jr. in transition. He's going to take it himself and lay it in. This Buckeye defense is stingy, poking the ball away all the time. And Marcus Howard, he gets a poke away, and he's fighting for it. It's going to be a jump ball. Neither of them could get control of it. Marcus Howard. This defense is relentless. And now the jump ball at half court. And Marcus Howard tips it to Scott, and the Tigers win the possession. But Howard always looking for that steal. Williams has it now off the pass from Lander. Back to Lander. Not much time left for him. He takes the shot off balance. No good. Rebound Williams. And he's fouled in one. Musa Jallow fouls him. So in the end, it works out for the Tigers as they get a chance for a three-point play, and they nail it. Down by 5 now with 33 seconds to go. Marcus Howard pushing up the court. He gets around a man, and he's going to do it again. And it's just out. Just off the rim. Watford has it, and he steps out of bounds. Mistake from Watford there. The Buckeyes will get the ball back off the turnover. Jallow inbounds it to Marcus Howard. Howard has enough space. He's going to take that three, and it's off the rim, but Gaffney with the rebound. Marcus Howard, a couple of good dribble moves for him. Oh, and he got too cute, and Lander steals it. Watford in transition. Musa Jallow fouls him. Watford's first free throw is good. And his second is no good. Gaffney with the rebound, pushing up the court. Powell gets the shot. I don't even know if it was off in time. But it was a very good second quarter after not so much of a good first quarter for the Buckeyes. They came back in that second quarter and closed the gap and then burst through it. Mutombo has dominated early. But those steals have been the difference, causing the Tigers to turn the basketball over. Turnovers might end up being the key factor in who wins this game. Because the Buckeyes have had their fair share of turnovers. I'm not saying they haven't, but the Tigers turnovers have led to points on the other side for the Buckeyes. So, start of the third quarter here, Buckeyes lead by 4. Scott has it now. Down low to Mutombo in the paint. He gives it to Watford at the 3. Screen. Watford gets by. Poked away, and then what did I tell you? A turnover by the Tigers to start this second half, and Miles Powell in transition lays it in. Easy money for the Buckeyes. Cashing in on all these turnovers. Smart has it now. Using the screen from Scott. He switches on to Gaffney. Gaffney trying to poke that ball away. He's been known to get some steals. Mutombo for 3. Doesn't take it. Caleb Wesson on him. He's going to drive in, post up on him. He takes the shot, has a length on him, but Wesson able to cause it a miss. And now Marcus Howard. Oh, he had Gaffney in the middle. Doesn't decide to take him. Gives it to Jallow. Back to Howard. Back to Jallow. Now Howard has it. Gives it to Gaffney. Howard again. Trying to create some offense here. Howard down low to Caleb Wesson. Wesson with the shot clock going down. He has to take the shot from the logo, and he drains it. Caleb Wesson falling back into the Tigers bench. Nails that too, and the Tigers call a timeout early in the second half. Mutombo will inbound it. Wofford has it. Mutombo now. Guarded by Musa Jallo, and he's going to dice him up on that one. Marcus Howard has it up the court for the Buckeyes. Finds Caleb Wesson. Wesson trying to post up Mutombo. He gets the layup, but it's no good. Rebound Mutombo, and the Tigers up the court now in transition. Wofford finds Lander in the corner. Guarded by Marcus Howard. Howard trying to poke it away. Lander gives it to Scott. Scott guarded by Gaffney. Guarded tight by Gaffney. Down low to Mutombo. Over the shoulder pass to Smart. Smart takes the shot. Guarded by Caleb Wesson. Mutombo at the rebound. The put back in. It's good. 2 people on Mutombo, and he still fights through for the points. And now Marcus Howard creates enough space to take that shot. He felt confident, and the ice in the veins is back. Marcus Howard sinks the 3. Puts the Buckeyes up big. Wofford has it now for the Tigers. He drives in, gets fouled, and he'll shoot 2. Gaffney with his first personal of the night. Wofford's first one goes good. And the second one is also good. 2 for 2 on that free throw shooting for Wofford. Buckeyes take it now. C.J. Walker in the game for the first time, and he's going to make an impact early as he gets his first bucket of the night. C.J. Walker, when he comes off the bench, is a little spark plug for this Buckeye team. No matter what quarter it is, no matter who's in the game with him, he is a spark plug of energy. He injects some points and some offense into this team. And now Miles Powell has it after that miss from the Tigers. Powell finds Wesson underneath, and he gets it to go. Contested shot for Wesson, but it doesn't matter. Lander, guarded by C.J. Walker, gives it to Scott, who's guarded tightly by Holyfield. Down low to Mutombo, putting the pressure on him. Smart now has it, guarded by Miles Powell. Powell trying to poke it away. Ooh, picks up his dribble. Lander to Wofford. Wofford spins around Andre Wesson, gets the shot up. No good. Powell with the rebound, pushing up the court. Holyfield, Andre Wesson. Wesson takes it up, and he lays it in. Andre Wesson. One of my favorite players on this team. Chris Holtman loves him as well. And Lander he thought he got by Holyfield, but he ends up getting pushed back. Misses the shot, and now Miles Powell. What was that? He went for the screen to try and get a whatever that's called. I forget what it's called, but it didn't work. And the layup was good for Miles Powell, although it was a little bit extra with how high it went in the air. And now the Tigers call another timeout. Chris Holtman giving some words of wisdom to this Buckeye team, even though they don't need it. 27-5 is the record. 4 games up on Kentucky, the next closest team to us. And we've already beaten Kentucky on this season, so. Smart gives it to Lander. Guarded by Walker. Down to Mutombo. Mutombo not where he needs to be. Smart has it now. And Smart, it's poked away by Miles Powell. They're still fighting for it, and Powell dies for it. The hustle. Gives it to Andre Wesson. That's what you love to see from Miles Powell. And now TJ Holyfield down low, and it's no good. Williams with the rebound. But you gotta love the hustle, the determination from this Buckeye team. Everybody on the court. And the missed 3 is rebounded by the Buckeyes. Caleb Wesson to Holyfield. Holyfield down low to C.J. Walker, of all people. Down low in the paint, and he gets it to go. 52-37 is the score with 1:12 to go in the third quarter. Williams has it. Gives it to Mutombo at the three-point line. Not where he needs to be, though. Down low to Smart. Guarded by Miles Powell. Rebound by Powell. Great defense. And now in transition, the Buckeyes. C.J. Walker. Down the court to Miles Powell. To T.J. Holyfield, and he gets the foul. He will shoot 2. Williams with his second personal of the night. TJ Holyfield's first free throw is good. And now the second one is also good. TJ Holyfield. A very good transfer at the beginning of the season for this Buckeye team, getting TJ Holyfield. Lander has it, gets by CJ Walker, but Caleb Wesson's still there. Couldn't affect it enough, and Lander drains it. 39-54. Buckeyes lead. End of the third quarter. CJ Walker has been a nice spark of energy. Gives it to Andre Wesson, who always thinks of some new creative way to get a bucket. And this time, it's a little underhook layup. Gives it to Wofford, who had space. He decides to take the layup off the backboard. No good. Gets his own rebound. Gives it to Williams. Williams posts up on TJ Holyfield, and Holyfield fights back, getting that rebound. And now, oh, baby, you left Luther Muhammad wide open, and he drains the 3. Luther Muhammad coming off the bench and sinking a 3. And now he tries to poke it away. Smart gets it back, though. Mutombo takes a shot from the free throw line. No good. Weston gets the ball, but it doesn't count as a rebound, and it's a 20-point Buckeye lead going into the fourth quarter. Ever since the second quarter started, this Buckeye team has played differently. The first quarter, we were just feeling out the Tigers, trying to see how their play style was, if they were aggressive down low or if they were more of a three-point shooting team. And now that we figured out that they are more of a aggressive down in the paint kind of team, we have adjusted to that. Chris Holtman, that shows how good of a coach Chris Holtman is to adjust like that. And now this Buckeye team is dicing up the Tigers. TJ Holyfield does miss the layup, though. Tigers with the rebound. Lander up the court now. LSU trying to push back after a 20-point deficit. Gives it to Mutombo, and there's a nice start. They have 5:36 to get 18 points and hold us to 0 here. CJ Walker to Diakate to TJ Holyfield. Back to Walker. Walker trying to get in. He has some space. It closes quickly. But Luther Muhammad jumps in out of nowhere and gets that rebound. And, oh, it's a nice hesitation fall off the rim. Doesn't get to go for Muhammad. And Wofford with a nice jumper there sinks it. 59-43 with 5 minutes to go. CJ Walker slows it down, then pushes it back up. Diakate with a step back jumper. No good. Holyfield the rebound, though. Gives it out to Wesson. Wesson trying to drive in. And he has to pick up his dribble, gives it to Luther Muhammad. Back to Andre Wesson. He's going to drive in this time. No, he's going to take the jumper. No good off the rim. Buckeyes struggling to find their shot here in this fourth quarter. Wesson, nice defense, but Wofford strong, fighting through that defense from Andre Wesson, getting it to go. And now C.J. Walker trying to run out the clock. We don't need to do anything special now. Luther Muhammad takes a 3. It's good. Luther Muhammad. 2 threes in this game. He was covered by the Tigers defender and still hit it. And now Lander goes back for his own 3. This time it misses. Trying to do a 3 battle with the Buckeyes. And now Luther Muhammad. Luther Muhammad, man. He is a solid bench player. Lander has it for the Tigers. And now C.J. Walker called for the reach in, his first personal of the night. But that does bring in Marcus Howard back into this game. Smart down low to Williams. He gets it to go with pressure from Luther Muhammad. 64-47, 3:35 to go in the game. Marcus Howard back in. Guarded by Lander. He posts up and takes the shot. Easy bunny for Marcus Howard. 13 points on the night for him. And now half-court pressure on Lander. Gives it to Scott, guarded by Diakate. Smart has it guarded by Luther Muhammad. Our best defender gets screened on, and he takes the shot. No good. Williams with the rebound, though. Passes back out to Smart. Elpin 3. No good. Andre Wesson with the rebound. 5 on the night for Andre Wesson. Wesson to Diakate. Back to Wesson. Wesson with the jumper. It's good. Andre Wesson. He is an ice cold man. 2:40 to go in the game. Williams down low. Posting up Alonzo Gaffney. Takes the shot. It's good. Now Gaffney inbounds it to Marcus Howard. Howard drives down into the paint. He jukes around his man, and he gets it to go. Marcus Howard. Give this man the MVP. And now the Tigers call another timeout. They have 1 left. That's all they have with 2:17 to go. 70-49 is the score. The player of the game is, of course, Marcus Howard because he's got 15 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Scott in the corner from the inbound gives it to Mutombo. Down to Wofford to Lander, guarded by Justin Arns. His first appearance of the night. Lander gets by him, but Diakate there to stiffen up and get that block. And Justin Arns takes it himself, lays it up, foul, and no good, but he will shoot 2. Justin Arns with one of the most iconic smiles in all the world earlier last season. He sinks the second one, 1 for 2 for Justin Arns. Under 2 minutes now in the game. The Tigers got to get moving. They want to have a chance to come back. And Marcus Howard called for a reach in, his second of the night. The inbound to Bishop, to Hyatt, guarded by Justin Arns. And Diakate gets that steal after Justin Arns poked it away, and Luther Muhammad takes it in, and this Buckeye team is walking away with it. Luther Muhammad still praying full court or half court pressure. Chris Holtman does not give up until the clock strikes 0. Days down to Thomas. LSU has given up because they've taken all their starters out. And Thomas slams it home with ferocity. Marcus Howard now. Dribbling around his man. Little bit of a step back 3. Trying to close this game out with a little bit of class. And Thomas. Ooh, that was dirty. Under a minute to go. 20-point lead for the Buckeyes here. Oh, Bishop steals it away from Marcus Howard. Luther Muhammad back to stop this one. And Manning just puts it through. He bullies his man, Luther Muhammad there. 49 seconds. Buckeyes are going to walk away with a victory in the last played game of the season. But Marcus Howard trying to close it with some finesse. And Alonzo Gaffney will shoot 2. His first is good. And the second one in and out, no good. 19-point lead for the Buckeyes. The Tigers not giving up, though. I mean, they're not going to win, but they are still fighting till the death. DJ Carton pulls up for 3, no good. Buckeyes just shooting everything because they know that this one's over. And Luther Muhammad not quitting, though. He is still playing great defense. That's why he's the best defender on this team. And he puts it back in transition. 12 points off the bench for Luther Muhammad. He is a fantastic bench player. 19-point lead. And DJ Carton just happened to be in the right place at the right time when that pass came. And he puts it in transition. 21-point lead for the Buckeyes with under 5 to go. 4, 3, 2, and that's ball game. 21-point game. And the victory for the Buckeyes. The Schottenstein Center is living it up tonight. Let's check the box score. Marcus Howard had 15 points, 2 rebounds. Luther Muhammad off the bench had 12 points. Miles Powell had 9, 2, and 3. Andre Weston had 8 and 5. TJ Holyfield had 6, 6, and 5. Everybody else contributed very nicely. Alonzo Gaffney had 5 and 5. Very good. 4 assists for Diakate, 2 blocks on the night for Diakate. And that is going to be the end of the live games played on the season until we hit the tournament. I'll simulate the last couple of games of the season, and in the next episode, we will go dancing. That's what I'm talking about. Last season, we missed out on the tournament, but this season, we have come back in full force and are the number 1 overall seed in the tournament with the best record in the country. Let's look at the playoff picture here. 28-5, 24-9 is the Utah State Aggies, so we definitely have the best record in the entire country. And it's looking like, unless things change, which I guess it could, Maryland and Georgia, along with Iowa, Georgia, and Maryland are all in play for that 8th seed. We could be playing one of those teams. We haven't played Iowa and we haven't played Georgia yet, but we have played Maryland. So I'd hope it would be somebody we haven't played yet. So the fight for the 8th seed is not over yet. But we will find out who is the 8th seed in the next episode as we start the Sweet 16. If you guys are super hyped for the NCAA tournament, then make sure to smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and the subscription button while you're down there. It takes a few seconds, if that, and it really does help me out, and I will see you guys in the big dance. See ya! We're going dancing, baby!